Hello everybody, Reggie Time here with the second instalment of my Bankroll challenge. There's not much to update from the first one because I've only played one session between that and this one. It was a later night session and I made something like $9 or something like that. Nothing to write home about and nothing special session. So here's the next one. It is currently 10 past 11 on a Thursday morning. If you'd like to know what I'm doing with this challenge, it's a bit more detail in the first video. If you click back a video and watch that one first, you'll get a better feel for what we're doing. Just to give like a brief thing about why we're doing these videos is myself and my partner have started staking people on all the platforms that we can get people into the games of. We're only staking people who currently don't have accounts anywhere. We're not looking to poach players from other affiliates, agents, club managers, etc. And we're not looking to stake any of our existing players. It's very much more a thing to help people who have previously been interested in playing these games but have been anxious about depositing their own money. It's very much aimed at those guys to get them into the games in a way that's completely risk-free to them, so they can get to experience the game, see how good they are, see how the whole cash-out situation works. See them make some money, get paid out, give them some confidence in what we're doing, and yeah, that's the idea behind the staking thing. But we are only looking for players that have got a history of at least breaking even or winning. We're not just going to hear giving stakes out to anyone who fancies playing who maybe be a significant losing player, because it would just be too expensive for us. So there is some there are some filters to try and catch players who would just come, make a deposit and then punt it. We are asking players to demonstrate that they are at least a semi-competent player on mainstream sites. So if you think you fit the bill, please do reach out, get in touch, and we can hook you up with an account somewhere. What I'm doing in these videos is I'm starting out with it's effectively a $200 bankroll. I've got money across all the clubs so I can get good game selection, but we're working on a 10 buy-in thing. We started off with $200, and we're not moving up until we have $400, so we can move up to 40NL, and then $600 for 60NL, because that's the way we're going to try and move our players up. We don't want people on long-term backing arrangements. We want players to come to us, hopefully have some success, quickly build a bankroll, chop up the profits, and then continue on their own without needing to continue giving a decent chunk of their profits away. So it's a bankroll challenge with a bit of kind of spin-up element to it. We're not going to squeeze here with the 10s versus an under-the-gun who only raises 9%. We are going to flop top set though, and we are going to definitely go for a very small check raise. I think this guy's going to have an overpair a lot, and we just want to try and take control of the hand. Don't want to give him a chance to check back at any point and not lose the maximum with his overpairs. If he's just got an ace-king here that he's potting and folding, then tough fuck for us. But my read was he was probably strong. He's 9% under the gun. He pots C-bets on 10xx. If he has an overpair there, we want to felt him. We don't want to give him a chance to get scared on the turn and check back when we call, or see an ace or a king if he's got pocket queens and check back. He's never ever going to fold an overpair there. If he's got pocket jacks or better, he's never folding it, so we only make him fold bluffs when we raise. Sadly, he had a bluff, it seems, which is unfortunate. But never mind. Happy with my line, and would certainly take exactly the same line again against exactly that type of player. Yeah, so when I've won $200 across the clubs, I'm going to be moving up to 40NL. And when I've won another $200, I'm going to move up to 60 NL. So it's not going to be like the longest bankroll challenge, hopefully. Basically, I need to win $400 to get back to the games I was pretty much playing in anyway, so it shouldn't hinder me too much. It will give you guys, I mean, I'm conscious that lately I've been making videos of 100 NL, I've been making pot limit Omaha videos, I've been making 6+ videos. I wanted to make some lower stakes videos so the guys who primarily watch my videos who are lower stakes players get to see the games being played that they typically play in, and it also helps to like promote our newest ideas. So yeah, don't want to be making loads of if I'm still making 20 now videos in 2 weeks time, things are not going well. But of course I'm not expected to be doing that. I am playing the same stakes when I'm not recording. It's not like I'm just doing this for video. I'm just basically I reset all my bankrolls in all clubs to $200 and banked the money. So it's kind of is like a proper bankroll challenge, I guess. I mean, I could redeposit, of course, to get back playing higher quicker, but I'd like to win my way back to playing higher quicker, so I get like the similar experience to the one that to the experience that the staked players are having. And if I get bored, eventually I will just redeposit and go back up, but I should be able to like beat the games back up, beat the games to get back up rather than redepositing, and then we can just enjoy the money that I cashed out and rub it on the wife's titties. We're terrified here because we've been min raised by an absolute reg fish. And we have two pairs. We lose to sets, we lose to ace jack, we lose to ace 4. I very much doubt he's not value raising worse. Don't think he's got many bluffs when he uses this sizing. It's going to make a remarkably tight fold. You guys will probably hate that. But when these types of, I mean, some of the like worst rigs possible. 20/10, 3% 3-bet, everything they do, 2% check raise, everything they do that is aggressive is almost like exclusively for value. So when I just got like top and bottom pair there, we don't beat any of his value range. He almost certainly doesn't use that size as a bluff. I'm just gonna like make a very exploitable fold. Kind of safe in the knowledge in my own mind that he's not exploiting me. Sometimes when I make those folds, I'll feel exploited and I'll feel like, don't like that. I didn't like anything else there. And I don't feel bad about it. Some of you guys might be tearing your hair out. And I get that if I always fold top and bottom pair to a min raise, I am remarkably exploitable. But I don't always fold top and bottom pair to a min raise, just to these like really bad fish reg type guys. I'll do it to them all day, unless it starts becoming a regular occurrence, and then we'll obviously adjust. A 4-3 here, getting adventurous. Let's tag this guy before he disappears. $23.15. You get that tag. We don't want to see too many of these guys. We don't want to see too many red tags. Happy seeing anything that isn't red, basically. Anything that isn't red indicates bad in some way. I only have one tag for good, for decent players, and that's red. Anything other than red indicates I think this player's bad in some way. Blue is just loose passive, pink is manic, orange is fish reg, and if you see any yellows, it's for nit. In squeezed here by somebody with a 1% 3-bet, which is soul destroying, but we're going to peel because we want to be in with this guy too. We've got a pretty hand. We're miles behind to this guy. But if we flop really, really well and this guy comes along, then we maybe make some money the other way around. This is like the worst case scenario now because we flopped top pair and we're probably dead. I think he might be going for a check raise a lot. We're going to probably have to pay him off now if no overcards come. Now we're happy. Really hope this guy's got aces because I kind of put him on aces and kings when he checked the flop. It'd be really sweet if he does have aces. Be a good read and he'll have like kind of made things fun. He does have exactly aces. Happy days. Well played, sir. Fish do that so often. Like they got no, like when they 3-bet, they've only got like aces, kings, etc. And then they like get super cute on the flop and try and like check and get a check raise in. Just bet your fucking hand, man. He still would have lost that pot. But just bet your fucking hand. No one's falling for that shit anymore. Well, I'm not anyway. Some of you guys might fall for it. I don't know. But I don't fall for that shit. Super passive fish 3-bets pre, then checks flop. Yeah, okay, mate. Okay. You got basically your range is aces, maybe kings, and then you want to check the flop. Get out of town. Get out of town. $36.25. What the fuck are you? We'll leave you untagged for now. I'm going to tag for a $36.25. Have we got any spare tags left? We don't use that one, but it's too similar to that one, and now we'll just leave him untagged for now. Untagged can be the not good, but need to figure them out sort of indication, I guess. Aces, we like that. If he raises here, we're just flying. Just to let other people behind try and do something, because we look pretty weak when we just call and open off versus someone of that stack size. Maybe someone behind gets involved. No reason to try 3-bet to build the pot when he's only got like a shitty short stack. Min donked into here. I learnt this from Stefan Sondheimer, or whatever it's called. When we have a value hand and someone like donks small, just make a small raise. I mean, now we're just going to put it in. There's a chance we'll beat. Flushes get there, 2 pairs get there, etc. But I mean, at this SPR, we're just going to put it in. And we lose, which is unfortunate. Took a good line though, didn't he? He took a good line. Donk call flop, donk call turn. Unimproved when stuff gets there. Well played, genius. And I don't know how you get that bad at poker, but it's good that people do. And yes, that was a bit of saltiness from me. We're just flat. We could 3-bet there, but we don't really get called by worse. Well, we do get called by worse sometimes, but nah, I don't know. Didn't feel like it was a 3-bet situation. Appeal here with our backdoors and our overcard. See what he does on the turn. checks now. We have showdown value. Does he fold? Does he fold a better hand? Probably not too often. You take our showdown value, we expect to lose like ace jack, stuff like that some of the time. Beat 10 jack. Now we have the kings. Can we get more action than we got? Well, better action than we got with the aces. We got plenty of action with the aces. It just didn't work out. Jam. Jam 8. One miserable flop. Not sure whether we should keep value betting here or just check. And we win. Not sure I like how I played that hand, but not sure I could have done too much different. Glad that he didn't give us a hard time. Do we get to see what he had? I doubt it, but we can try. No, we don't get to see. Not a huge fan of completing out of the small blind. But when I do, I like to flop trips wherever possible. No, come on. This wouldn't be the best of tables we've got here. We've got some blue tag players, 32-14 and 34-7, but I prefer playing... If I was a cricketer, I'd be a batsman who likes to sit back and let the ball come onto the bat, if you will, which means I like to play fast bowlers and just like nudge things around a bit and like use the pace of the ball to score my runs. As a poker player, ideally I like to play against like the bad aggressive types, that they're the fast, to use cricket analogies, they're the wayward fast bowlers where they can do some fucking damage if they get in a groove, but usually they're spraying the ball all over the place and giving you some like very easy runs. Playing against the more like loose passive types, it's a bit like playing against like medium pace bowler who just line and length, just nagging the top of like off stump, nagging for the top of at the fourth stump, if you will. Just hard to get runs off. You know, they're not going to get you out very often, but they're hard to score off. And that's what these like loose passive ones are. They're not going to take your wicket very often, but they are going to, they're not going to give many runs away. I prefer playing against the Steve Harmisons of the world who, now and again they're going to wipe you out and they're going to, just deliver you some unplayable stuff. But by and large, they're going to be short and wide a lot and give you plenty of opportunities to rack up some big stacks or big scores in the cricket win sense. So yeah, even though it's not a bad table in terms of it's just got better with a 66-8 coming. I prefer my fish to be a bit more aggressive than the ones we have here, but obviously can't be unhappy with the table. Impossible to be unhappy with the table. It's just me being something of a moaning perfectionist. I quite like that cricket analogy. I think I'd use it again sometime. Six four off, 4-3 off, and queen 6 off. That's not going to get the job done. Don't stack anyone with that shit. No, my wife's in. And we're going to 3-bet the ace deuce here. Okay, we're not going to 3-bet the ace deuce here. One of those players I struggle to tag. I mean, I'm presuming like aggressive fish, but not like pink aggressive fish. Ace 4-9 would be a C-bet multi-way. C-bet heads up, but I don't think we're going to C-bet in multi-way. Just backdoor straight draws. Diamonds are no good to us. If a diamond comes, kills two of our opportunities to barrel a turn. Just going to give up. Pick up a gut shot now. If it checks through, perhaps we'll take a stab. Doesn't check through though, so it's all good. I think this dude's going for a bluff catch here. Yep, he certainly was. Going for a bluff catch when he blocks a lot of the whole cards he wants his opponents to have. That's not the ideal bluff catching hand there, sir. You know, you don't want to have diamonds when you're going for a bluff catch on a board that had 2 diamonds. Not having this weak isolation attempt. Just not having it. If you're going to isolate somebody, make it more than 2.5x. I mean, fair enough, maybe you're going to get me here. Maybe you're going to be strong and you're just using a really shit sizing to isolate, but I'm not having it. Totally not having it. Refuse to accept that shit. I'm going to go with an overbet here if this guy checks on this board. Maybe just jam it, I think. Maybe we just jam it and he can call with tons and tons of worse hands. Here we are just flatting the Queen 10 on the button. He can call with 7x, 9x, flush draws, Jack Queen, worse 10s. We've been c-bet into here. Just going to flat. I think we might raise his turn if he bets smallish, call if he bets bigger. And call here, and then we're going to do a lot of bluffing on lots of rivers. Maybe not that one. I was thinking deuce, 7, maybe an 8 or something. Probably not going to go for it on this one. There's like loads and lots of I just think his guy's going to be pretty strong, like strong top pairs, aces maybe, stuff like that. And if that river had been a little bit lower, I think we may have gone for it, but especially versus a check. But when he triples and we've missed, we just let it go. Not stabbing the 5s versus a short stack. We are going for a c-bet on the 10-7-7. We are going to fire a second barrel and then just give up if he calls twice. Don't want him to like float here and then just stab turns and have us fold. We revert what is hopefully the nuts over here. Pretty interesting river. I mean, I guess we just jam it now, and if we owned, then we're owned. Interesting. This guy's clearly just lost his mind. That wasn't fun. Oh, disappointing flop with the 6-7 suited on the button. Not folding to a squeeze here if it comes in. Typically play these monotone flops pretty passively. Do we win with the king queen? Looks like we do. Wasn't really expecting to. Don't get to see what he had. Not sure he should be red. You mean his stats 23-15, it's red stats. He's like a decent winning player by the looks of things, but I'm not convinced. Wow, look at the size of that. What is that all about? We'll fold. We will fold. Well played, sir. Quite remarkable. Astonishing, in fact. Not in love with our Queen Jackie. I think when he goes bet call, we can just make a tight fold. This guy hates value. People are really bad at playing rivers out of position, aren't they? Second time we've seen a guy like check a hand they should probably value bet with. Second time we've had a pair counterfeited. What is this guy doing? This is the guy that just gave up earlier, isn't it? Ace 3. Ah, man. Wanted to call. I wanted to call. Better say we haven't run too special this session. Lost a couple of flips against absolute junk where we've been counterfeited both times. This dude turned up with ace king in a spot where he probably should be stripped of it by the river, or close to stripped of it. He didn't 4-bet pre. He just like called the flop, which is fine. He floated the turn, which I think's a little bit ambitious, and gets there. I don't know. Feels like we've run a bit shit. But it is what it is. I think we can immediately upgrade this guy to pink. And top pair is going to be the nuts in this situation. SP out of like 4 point something. Just going to bomb, not fold. Don't want to see a green turn. Oh, we don't mind a green turn given we've got the king of green. Told me the idea of checking there. If we didn't have the king of clubs, I think I would have. But we did have the king of clubs, so we didn't. And we got absolute max value, which is pretty nice. Turn a flush draw here, so we're going to barrel a second time. He slight overbets the turn. I think we're folding rivers, especially if he bets big, we're folding. Again, I don't think people triple barrel bluff very often in microstakes poker, so we're going to make some tight river folds. Why has that just been a min raise? I misclicked. That was not meant to be a min raise, that was meant to be 3.5x over the straddle. Never mind. Go with a 3-bet here with the ace deuce. And then get jammed on. People really do like to overbet, shove 4-bets and do weird things here, don't they? In terms of sizing. Oh, I meant to raise there, timed out. To try to attack this dude in the big blind. I mean, it makes life really easy when people just 4-bet jam. It makes life like so makes enormous 4-bets. It just makes life so easy. Because, you know, you just call with such a narrow range, or get it in with such a narrow range, and yeah, I think against the guys who were doing that, the large 4-bet thing, we probably should just 3-bet narrow ranges we're not folding, I guess, and call a lot. Make a pretty small stab here against this dude. Queen deuce deuce. Ace 10 could easily still be the best hand. He called that quickly though. Just going to check back and maybe call some rivers. I'm just going to take what we think is our showdown value. 7-8. That's a reasonable peel on queen deuce deuce. So I think that's about it for the video, unless we pick up a hand during the closing ceremony. I think we'll be calling it a day. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you do want to get involved in the staking program, please get in touch. If you just want to play these games off your own money, I invite you to still obviously get in touch. Either's fine. We're happy with either, but just contact me and get in the games, because you certainly won't regret it. But we're going to leave it there. Take care, everybody. We'll be back with another video on Monday. If you watch these on the days they come out, then Monday will probably be the next video that comes out, depending if I get to make one in time. But yeah, take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, and bye-bye for now.